Okay, people, what is up, Obs? Obs the only one that's here. Okay, that's cool. We're waiting for Lou. She probably thinks there's a time difference. I swear, every time we first change over, it takes forever for everybody to get their head wrapped around it. I hate it. I absolutely hate it. Let's put that on there. See, Aubrey is in the building. It is the right time. Oh, I know why, Paul. He's dumb. All right, we're gonna be sitting here for a couple minutes doing Jack because normally when the flow is popping, we start at 8:15. And when I set the thing up and we didn't have flow today, I backfilled it like a donkey. And completely didn't think of that. Yo, dude, check this out. I want to show you something funny. If I can remember where in the hell I synced it. Where in the hell did I sync it? Okay, wait. I'm gonna see if I can do this. This was hilarious to me, fam. All right, so yesterday, I'm on the old box here, and I'm on Amazon, and I was looking for some Ella glue like PLA. And then so I was trying to find out if the hole will fit my printer. So I do what any good person does, and I come down here and I'm scrolling and I'm scrolling. I think it was Ella Glue printer. Oh, see, it's not going to be the right one. It was one of these shits, and I was down here, and then I was like, wait a minute. It was freaking Bicky leaving a review. It might have been Crealty. And I was like, what the hell? Like the randomness of seeing somebody you know in the review section of a 3D printer film. Oh, I know what it was. I know exactly what it was now. It was the dryer. Yes, I was looking at the either storage bags or the dryer for the printer. Because if the plastic is, it collects moisture, and then that can screw up the prints. So I was just tripping, and I seen the little red and black icon, and I clicked on it, and it was Bicky. I was like, "What the hell? What is the chances?" I knew I should have saved the damn link. I was busy doing something else. I didn't mark it down, but I was gonna screenshot that mess and send it to Bicky and be like, "Dude, how the hell are you showing up in my Amazon reviews?" It was pretty funny. I thought it was the Ella Glue shit, but it might have been the dryer because yesterday I was looking at filament dryers or ways to store the filament. Like, this box is kind of expensive, but I was trying to see whatever the heck it was. Yeah, it might have been this. It might have been this. It was one of the storage box. He meant Creality something. But I was like, what in the hell? There it is. Yeah, he's right. All right, look, it was right there. And then it was funny because he said, "Oh, it's game changer." Game changer. Yes, it is exactly this. This is the box I was looking at. And then he's like, it's a game changer for my three. I was like, what the hell, Mickey over here? That was just too funny, bro. It was just too funny. Like, and just to me, yeah, I get it. Like, we're out here, we're creating content, and you kind of never know what you're gonna do. But to Vicky's point, he was talking about the dryer that's only a one piece. It's this guy, but Amazon somehow conflates the the different reviews to one shit, right? So these are all the different ones. These are really small ones, and I think Bicky has the single one. But if you go down here, the review is probably still down there because they conflate the hell out of the reviews, which was stupid, or they put it in the wrong spot. But anyway, I just thought that was crazy funny, bro. I just thought that was crazy funny because you just it goes to show you, like I said yesterday in the video, bro, you never can tell who's watching or who stuff you're going to see or who stuff you're going to like resonate with or who's going to resonate with you. I guess that's the better answer. You just absolutely never can tell. Yeah, it's funny, right? On the internet, even it's a small world. Uh, Paul, you ever seen a movie called Bebe's Kids? It's like a cartoon animation. You remember George Wallace? He was in like Kid and Play. He was a dad in Kid and Play, and he passed away. But he was a funny ass comedian. I think it was his movie, but he was like, "Them Bebe's Kids, small world, can't hang, huh?" And it's so. It's just super funny. Yeah, we don't die, we multiply. Kid your nose, dude. Bebe's Kids is one of the funniest movies that probably not a lot of people have seen. Oh, whose kids is them? Them Bebe's kids. Oh, Robin Harris. That's his name. That's the name. Thank you. Thank you. That's the person I was trying to remember. Bro, I absolutely love, love that movie. And my other cousin Sean, he went by Bebe because he was the rascal one. So our family called him Bebe. So we wouldn't have the same thing. Yeah, I think pretty much I could probably recite most of that movie too. Man, I wonder if that joint is on streaming somewhere. Oh my god, that movie is so good. Let me investigate. Dude, we used to watch that movie all the time, bro. So funny. Yo, duh, duh, duh. Oh, it's on Paramount. Yes, I'm gonna watch that joint. It's on Paramount. Oh snap! Yes, dude. My favorite line is, "I'm from a small," and this is from Kid and Play though. "I'm from a small town called Just Finished Kicking Your Ass, and you making me homesick." That's to me still today one of my favorite lines from any movie. Oh, Vicky said, "What printer did I get?" Well, since Paul had me over here messing with my phone today, here, let's do this. Why? Why won't you be the right direction? Come on, iPhone. Oh, you gotta be like that? Why are you not the right direction? See, man, listen. This damn. How you know? How do you change? Oh, you know what? I know how to use Ecamm. This is not my first day. There it is. Ba, 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 ba. Bamboo A1 plus the AMS. And the reason why the spools are still empty is because they ain't sent me my damn filament yet. Shipping stuff to Hawaii is a pain in the butt. So I think I might get one part of the shipment today, which is a bunch of extra hot ends, and that one might have one roll of filament, but the like 10 rolls of filament I ordered is not coming till Friday. So I got this joint last week, Tuesday, and I've been waiting since then to get filament. So it's just been sitting here looking stupid. Oh my god. Oh, you did. Wow. K Walk worked with Robin Harris back in the day. Oh my god, dude. Absolutely love him. The other one is just super stupid but hella funny, which I, as you can tell, if you watch Nice to Know, Nice to Have November series, I did in the last video put in a little Sadate. I used to love Pootie Tang. I think movies like Baby's Kids, Pootie Tang, Borat, they all go underrated because they're so goofy that a lot of people don't understand the deeper like dive into what they're doing or talking about or whatever. Same thing with Hollywood Shuffle. Hollywood Shuffle was a marvel from a filmmaking standpoint because it was basically made off of a homie's credit cards. Oh, here we go. Let's see what Lou said. Okay, we just chatting. Okay, Lou is Lou had a phone call, so she's doing her thing. Listen, while we're waiting for Lou, if you guys got any questions, throw them. Throw them. I am going to make a full detailed video, but I can tell you sort of what I saw over the last couple of doing all of these here videos. Number one, hey Dan, I saw you up in there. Oh, dude, you and me both, Biggie. Biggie said he watched Friday like 100 times. Absolutely, absolutely. Oh, yes, dude. I'm going to get you, sucker. Was the bomb, dude. I love that movie. Absolutely love that movie. Oh my God, what was not Huggy Bear? They say the guy played Huggy Bear, but he um he played in I'm Going to Get You Sucker too as the same character, but he was walking with the goldfish in his shoes. They still to this day you can still buy the goldfish shoes as Halloween. I'm Going to Get You Sucker, Hollywood Shuffle, another killer movie, just so good. Where is here? This is what I was looking for. Ooh, ooh. Oh my god, yo, it's so good. It's so good. How do you get fired on your first day off? Uh, boom. Why? There we go. Studio. Here we go. Here we go. Like family. So this is basically the results of doing the 30 days in a row. When I do that button, bingo. All right. So the overall view count went up about 11,000, right? The watch time overall went up 1.8 thousand, and then added almost 200 subscribers. Probably catch those last two today, and then that was Friday. You missed it. Nobody came. It was basically me and Paul hanging out, talking to each other, which we do all the time anyway. It was on Friday. Um, and then, you know, YouTube ad rev doesn't really do that much. I've always told you that. It's not about ad rev, it's about the other stuff that you'll win on. I don't know why everybody chases to get monetized because ad rev is not really that big a deal. However, um, yeah, it's it's kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy, and you can tell from like just that's the word I was looking for. Antonio Fargas, that's the one. Um, you can tell like you can just catch videos that just scream. They just do their thing. So it's kind of look. It ain't, I'm gonna tell you straight up. It's not for the faint of heart. And going in on a 30-day stretch and quitting might not be good for your channel unless you tell everybody you're going to do a 30-day stretch and quit. But first of all, I'm not quitting, still going. But the number one thing I learned is I really missed the hell out of making videos. I have been doing lives for so long. And then the other thing that I would say I learned is it gave me an opportunity to find out what it is that you guys want. Even though we talk all the time, still, like, I found some deeper stuff. Okay, so I'll use Kathy for instance, right? So, and I'm gonna do another one this week, Kathy, because I have something I got to cut up on. When we did the edit with me watch along. Kylie was like, she caught it at the end, but still she's able to go back and kind of watch it, all the way through. And then on Saturday, we was in class before Yolanda came up and just ruined the whole class, acting foolish. I was showing Alicia how to do some stuff in Final Cut, and then she was like, no, 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 back the bus all the way up. Because again, certain things you don't even realize it when you're doing it. And I can't tell you what it is for you, but for Tora, it might be, selecting colors and selecting fonts when she's doing some design work, right? Um, so many people, like so many things you do in your daily life that's part of your business, you do almost in second nature. And then when you go to teach somebody else, you'll teach the parts you think that everybody needs to know because you assume that the foundation is there. And I've always kicked and screamed about making the super foundational videos because I'm always like, you shouldn't even be editing if you don't know this. Or you shouldn't be using the Mac if you don't know this. Blah, 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 blah. But there's a lot of people that just, for whatever reason, skipped that lesson, missed that lesson, forgot they knew that, whatever the case may be. And I'm often mind blown by that. But then occasionally, you'll back up and you'll hear something that, say you had this microwave for 5 years and you didn't even know that it had a particular feature, and come to find out everybody else was using it, but somehow you missed that memo. I think we all bump into those situations here and there, or finding out your car has a secret compartment you didn't know about until you get a flat and a AAA man ask you, and you're like, wait, in the back of the trunk, that little thing pops off? Yeah, that's where the jack and the wrench and the SOS light and the flares, it's all in that little thing back there. You ain't never opened that shit. You had that car 5 years. I'm an attention to detail person, so I tend to pay attention to that. I tend to read manuals. I tend to look for Easter eggs. That's just me. Funny, I remember I was working for this mortgage servicing company, and I was doing IT for them. And in the interview, this dude asked me a question, and on the question it was like, are you a detail oriented person? And so many people fail the interview because of that, because he put DETALE in the question. But you know how when you read, you can read something even if it's misspelled or the letters are jumbled or out of, there's that shirt, if you can read this, you should mind your business kind of thing. And I was like, yo, that's kind of a dirty trick, but it's funny because that's what he literally picks on whether people catch it, is if you catch the detail. And it's funny, normally that would be one kind of detail I would miss, but I caught it. And then he told me that, and then I was kind of like, I don't know if I like to work with people like him, but anyway, it's a funny situation because, again, you don't realize the stuff that you do that is just really secondhand, and then other people might not notice. JP, I don't even think about this stuff. I don't even look at it. I just showed it to y'all because y'all be nosy and want to know. And Paul, not this Paul, the other Paul, always asks me, is a known point around here. I really do not pay attention to analytics. I just don't care. That's not my motivation. If it was 5 of y'all, I would do this. The fact that it's almost 20,000 just makes it gravy. That means I can hit more people at one shot. But I really don't even pay attention to it. I have no idea about RPMs and CPMs and CPK. They got good buffalo cauliflower. That's it. you know. Yeah, it's super funny. A lot of people are into that. Cause see, here's what that's going to cause you to do. In my head, you don't have to listen to me. I think that causes you to start trying to make adjustments in order to hit the higher rotations per minute. And in the process of trying to do that, you're flying past trying to help the people that you're trying to help. So I think you just make stuff, and if it catches to light and you win, you win. I don't think you go out and purposely try to win. Not in this endeavor. This is a different endeavor in my head. I could be wrong though. Now that Lou came, we can ask her. She might have a different thought on the process. What's up, homie?
We talking about CPK.
Yeah, we're talking about CPK.
Hello.
Because
Hungry.
Jason said if revenue isn't real significant, then what's the average EPM for your channel and your niche? And I'm like, I don't know. I never looked. I don't even pay that much no attention.
Who cares?
It's just none of my business. It really isn't. Like, I just don't even. I tell you what, not only have I not ever looked, I've been doing this for years. I don't even know where to look. So there's that. Because it's just that's not my needle mover.
Not your bag.
Uh-oh. I'm going to drop a hot 16 on this song. Dan Tanner. Uh-oh. Me and Dan going to bust out a track. It can be a Christmas track. Santa Claus is coming down the street. Yurt. Skirt, skirt. Can I mumble rap or do I have to use real words? Hey, you got to be like, DJ Clue, new stuff. Remember, dude used to pop up in all your mixtapes and used to just want to choke that dude. It'd be the best part of the song. He'd be like, DJ Clue, new stuff.
Stop.
Oh, I was like,
You're
shut
like, please
up.
do stop, please.
Bruh, somewhere between him and Luis's lookalike, major key alert.
Oh.
Where the heck is Luis?
What are we doing? What are we doing in here? Oops, I clicked something.
We're just chatting. I was just chatting about some of my outputs from the last 30 days, like what kind of stuff I learned.
Yeah, how did that go? How do you feel?
Man, listen, it is so much easier than you think.
Not than I think. What other people?
I mean, the in general, the in general, no, the indefinite. Yeah, what's the in general you? The indefinite you. Oh, my man has lost it today. Yeah, it's just crazy. Like, yeah, momentum is a thing. So I think today we should really talk about sort of what I made my video about yesterday, which is so funny to me because I caught it from Peter McKenna, and I don't normally watch this stuff, but the TV was on autoplay, and the video. Are you making pancakes?
Oh. It was like a quick grab, like they were leftovers that Will had made yesterday, and I was like, these, because I just came straight from another call. Here, you can have it.
Karen Mary Lou is eating pancakes on the TV. Dude. Karen and her mom make these little pancakes like that where they're like only yo big and like the flavor's just inside, and you just walk up at any given time and just grab one and go to town. Them joints be good. I try to stop eating them because I want to eat the whole thing. I think that's like Karen and Emma's favorite thing. So mom's just always making them. Cause like, I grew up with the big, whole plate size joints. But you just can't grab one of them and walk around with it. So they make the silver dollar joints like that. And then look, Dan said, "You got a cup of pancakes?" Yo,
it's a little like Tupperware thing, but I like the small size, especially like we get so busy, we just have to grab things, right?
Yeah, you just gotta grab and go.
Like whatever it is, I don't know, power bar, piece of cheese, tortilla.
So that's what I do. I keep my power bars on deck, and I like to slice up the cheese and just have it ready, so I can just go to town any given second. Okay,
Okay, so what'd you learn from Peter?
yeah, it was so crazy. Basically, his overarching topic was the trap of not making videos, right? Because not making videos makes it easy to not make videos. And it's 100% true. This is how we get the pod fade. Girl, you got to come in. She come in. You got to come in your government account. You can't come in the work account. She popping into her work account. Like, I'm the boss up in here. This is eating motherfucking Lou. Anyway,
You
so
got to be nice to her. She had a launch week.
oh yeah, so we about to do launch week. I can't say that. Never mind. Um, oops. That tea. Keep the tea to yourself. Yeah.
Spoilers.
So here, I'm gonna pop some notes into the chat because these are kind of my bullet points. But it's totally how you run into pod fade, right? So you got this momentum going. Maybe you're on that once a week schedule. It could be once every 2 weeks kind of schedule. The schedule could be up to you. Like it's not really about that. But the first time you skip one, it's the same thing as the gym. The first time you skip one, then the second one go, all right, cool, and then the third one go, all right, cool, and next thing you know, you're like, oh, I can't just come back, come back. They expected me to come back with a heater because I've been gone so long. So now you stuck trying to make a heater, which takes forever. Also, the original ideas you had that you was going to make, you ain't made them. You know what I mean? Because you put it off so long, the momentum, the thrill is gone. The thrill is gone away. Wait, I see JP came up in here and then the blues just popped in my head. Dude, JP got light now. We can actually see him. Before he used to have like candlesticks and a bonfire, burning some raccoon oil or something to light his house. Now he got actual electricity. I'm starting to think he moved out of the country. Yo, what is up, Raph? What is up, Raph? Yeah, so it's crazy, but I mean you yourself know this. Sometimes, we do the things like I need a break. Okay, whatever. But you gotta manage a break. You gotta be like, well, no, I don't want to listen, I gotta save it for the show. Because
Okay.
there's my one I'll give you a small hint because you might have heard of it. Are you familiar with the Mel Robbins, the 5 minute rule?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah. So it's kind of sort of got to be like that because it's easy, especially when you get what's the word I'm looking for? Crusty.
Mm-hmm.
When your three turns into a four, everything after that, it's like I am sitting in this couch. I
Yep.
am still sitting in this couch. Oh my god, I am still sitting in this couch. Hey, I'm going to bed. That those days happen, bro. Those days happen at our age because you don't have as many friends trying to drag you out because they don't want to go out neither. So it's easy to get couch lock and be thrown off of your joint.
Yeah. Right, because it's the like starting back up that's even sometimes harder. Okay, cool. I'm gonna get to this notion.
There you go. There you go, E Boogie.
What are
Hey,
we on? 18. Oh, she's
dude, she's
18 and a
18
beauty
today.
queen.
Slay.
18. Yeah, no,
Yeah,
this is good
sorry.
on topic
See,
for me
Tara.
too.
Thank you, Tara. What the heck did I say? He's stupid. See what happens when you get old? You got to make it in the minutes, Tora, because the seconds. Paul changed it to minutes. That's what happened. Because it takes longer to get it going. Yo, that's funny, Roy. That's funny. It's not Memorex. Yo,
18, 18. I see
she's
the notes you gave me in
18.
a little thing. I'm a booby.
She's 18
Oh,
today.
okay. Yeah, no, this is topical for me also because
You starting
I
to do
just
this mashup, right?
my challenge, I stayed up all night to execute, but also like do the stuff to run this challenge.
Yeah, I seen all your
So
posts on YouTube.
12 videos I did yesterday. 12, maybe even 13. Filmed, edited, thumbnailed, posted in the membership for this thing. So, but the challenge is that like within a week we're going to film 12 videos to start scheduling out next year, right? We were talking about batching, talking about making some evergreen things, so it's like sometimes it's go 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 time, and then sometimes it's you just got to stay steady, right? Sometimes you're training for a marathon, and sometimes you're just you go on your walk, your
I
block
like that. I
walk,
like that.
you
Sometimes you're
know?
training for a marathon. Sometimes you're doing a little stroll. Just doing a little stroll.
Yes.
Be like, what's
Sometimes
up,
and like
Nancy?
that's
How
what's
you?
more what?
That's like we'll just roll by. Be like, what's up, Miss Nancy? How you doing? Strolling through the neighborhood.
Yes, right? And it's a different thing than it, sometimes the walking is healthier for you, right?
Oh,
In the long
100%.
run.
Yeah. Yeah.
But a challenge is a challenge because it feels good to do a challenge. It's a
Yes.
jump
And so
start.
that
So yeah, we got
Kenya
stuff to
had
talk about.
mentioned that a minute ago. Kenya said she don't know like what kind of stretch she should do. I'm like, just pick a random number and stick to it.
Yeah.
Um, I like to do longer ones because they're harder. Okay, listen. If you know in your heart of hearts that you can do 7 videos in a row without even thinking about it, doing the 7 day challenges makes about as much sense as screen doors in the submarine. I sounded
Hmm.
like Jason just now. I need what the hell? My bad. So what you really want to do is something that will actually hurt. If it don't hurt,
Yeah.
it ain't helping because you're trying to do is give yourself that gumption to go harder than you normally would go. So,
Yeah, and that's with like instead of doing like Vlogmas or like what you did, right? Like the one
yeah,
video a day, I think is really challenging for a lot of people because they're not thinking in video terms all the time.
yeah.
And like I personally have done that multiple times, and I know that you have too. So it's like when I was like coming up with this challenge for the group, I was like, y'all, we got to go harder.
Well, the challenge for me actually this time was keeping it thematic.
Because it couldn't just be anything, right? So you did add the
Yes,
layer.
I stuck to my theme, and then now the challenge is batching some of that so that when I'm off the last 2 weeks of this month, the video still got to drip, but I can be
Hmm.
off. If the video's got to drip and I ain't off then, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
This would
Hmm.
have been easier if I had the pressure of we were leaving for Japan on the 16th as we normally do, but this year we're not going.
You have the pressure of we're leaving to Orlando on the 16th of next month.
You stupid. You stupid. I booked that hotel, yo. We are in there.
We're gonna be at a pod fest.
Oh my God. So yeah, I think there's so yeah, listening to you guys the other day and we were talking about the whole batching situation and I kick and scream because I kick and scream. Like I do find batching is just something that I've always been sort of semi anti because in my head I call myself a current and topical guy. I like to stay on top of what's the heat. But there's some things that need to be done. And then so, okay, Raf just put out a second one today. And I had mentioned the other day when Raf was live that I have been wanting to do my take in a single video about the why you should be creating over 40. And I put it off and put it off and put it off and put it off and put it off. One of the first big creators to do it was Omar El Takori. And he dropped it right after we came back from Podfest.
And now we can never stop hearing about
Yeah. And so um purely coincidence, my session, I talked about it. Who spoke after me? Coincidence. I'm gonna call it coincidence. But it dropped right after we got back. And then a bunch of other people did it. And then it's easy. I get in that thing where I'm like, I don't want to make this because somebody else already made it. And I know
But
better.
they're doing it.
I teach against it, but I do it to myself. I talked about it yesterday in the video. And so
Yeah.
I
Oh, I can't
even
wait to see that.
so even Ralph was talking about it yesterday. I mean, in the stream on Thursday, he had a little turkey stream, and I was like, "Yo, I've been putting off making this video forever." Our buddy Kevin made one, and then Ralph made one, and then like I know I need to make it because somebody needs to hear it. And like I said yesterday, well, again, we'll talk about this in the show. It didn't matter that Peter said something that I think about all the time. He just reminded me that I needed to make that video. And just in case somebody watches it and then they saw his, they could say, "Oh, you made this because Peter made this," and I'm like, "Yeah." In this case, yeah, because he reimagined or repoked the bear. You know what I'm saying? Like I've been meaning to change the differential on my car for a minute, and then Raph was like, "Oh, I can't go this weekend. Why?" Or I'm changing the differential on my truck, and I'm like, "Yo, I've been putting that mess. I got to change one too. I'll come help you. You come help me. All right, bet we can knock it out quicker." I should have never used that example because I made it mechanically nerdy, and some of y'all are like, "Diffle, what?" But you know what it is. It's one of those things that you might
thing.
put off. JP understood, right? JP. All right, cool. Long as JP understood. Paul was like, "Diffle, what?" Paul's car, it just stopped on the road. He was sitting there on the freeway, going, "All right, now what?" Paul is mad at his car. Yeah, it's just one of those things. Like it's very easy to like forget about it or get bent out, you know. And so even Rap said that's exactly why he held off on making it for so. But that's none of your business, and I know better. And I just want you guys to know I am not infallible. I get hit with the same bullshit thoughts that you have. You know what I'm saying? I just do a better
Yeah.
job at telling them to kiss my butt. Look, Joe knows what the diff work is. Joel, listen, I'm gonna do you a solid real quick if you feel like it. It's up to you. If you after you can dip the stream for like 1 second and then go to the members only tab on your phone and you'll see where I put the link to the Zoom room that the members can come in. I hadn't posted it in a while because everybody was the same folks and they all know what's up. But we got like 4 new members, so let me do this real quick.
Congrats.
Yeah, people want to come and hang out. I don't know why.
Because it's a good time. It's a good place to be.
What do you want to share with your members today? Come to the Zoom room. Not tomb, room, damn it. Fingers is fat. I be typing crazy stuff to Paul and Luis because my fingers don't make no sense. They've gotten good at deciphering my iPhone messages because it's always fat fingered something.
We speak Doc.
What do you say, Paul?
I said we speak Doc.
Yeah, Luis was like, I assume you meant, okay, shut up. You know what I meant. Go away.
It's me. I'm stuck.
There you go. All right. So yeah, if you anybody that's a member, you want to come and swing to the Zoom room, you can absolutely come through. Kenya said, Kenya, damn it, you're speaking to me. I've been holding on to topics because I see others speak on it. They won't do it like me though. Yeah, they won't do it like me. They never would like me. What? Say never won't like me. Come on like me. Get front like me. Woo. Sorry. Yo, what up, Hirsch? Hirsch is my man. What is cracking, brother, man? The life you want. Thank you. I say that all the time, Raph. That is one of my favorite sayings. The life you want is the work you're avoiding. 100%. Oh, see, Tora Tora come in with the absolute swing. Oh, so you mean like Nike holds off when Hoka releases a new shoe? No. Nike be smoking Hoka. They be smoking Hoka in the back room with the little tubes. That's funny. That's funny.
All right. So I took your
differential is not a reason to buy gear. That's funny, Mike.
Oh.
Mike, that is funny. What's the differential gear? That's what it's called. So in your car, right, you realize that the motor is this way and the motor turns like this, right? So imagine this circle. How does this circle equate to this circle, right? Your tires are facing this way. So a differential converts this rotational energy to this rotational energy. But I like what Mike did. Mike got jokes.
I see it. He's got
Differential's
jokes.
not a reason to buy gear. I see you, son.
He's a smart guy. Smart guy.
He says sometimes Doc don't speak Doc though. Thank you, Raph. I appreciate the fact that you have a I appreciate the fact that you have a Ludwig drum chair, but I'm gonna need you to get the whole kit. But I think you have the same one that I got for Emma. It's the same electric kit. She be in the house thumping. She thinks she's Sheila E. Oh, oh yes. See, thank you, man. Joe, they coming for me today. Yes, people gonna get the differential and blame me for buying it. I was looking at the notion. Look, y'all are sidetracking me. Let me pay attention to what Mary Lou is typing.
Yeah, I took the notes that you gave. I ran them through Chad, and then it kind of gave us some options. So see if anything there like calls for you as the overarching topic. Like I get what we're talking about, but you need an anchor.
We got to make it cute for the internet. Here, let me switch to the notion scene so these kinfolks can see what the hang we doing. Boom. Hey, yo, activate LA.
Join in. And it's 12 days, but really it's like more than 12 days because I like to take weekends off. So there's extra days involved.
It's definitely based off of number 4. Correct? Sorry, I'm away from I'm backed off the mic.
Oh, yes, because
folks, I backed off the mic a little bit because I'm stretching my leg. My leg is paining me today, so don't worry. I'm gonna just talk louder. I think number 1 has to be one of the points because this is how you get started doing that. We blame it on a whole myriad host of things, but the reality is the reason why you do this 9 times out of 10 is a combination of doubting yourself, and that's that perfection ghost, right? Oh, I just realized something. I am not cute enough to be on the screen 2 times.
I thought we were just getting a good look at your hairstyle.
You stupid. Let me do this. We're supposed to. I was messing with stuff the other day.
Peekaboo.
Okay,
you don't have a placeholder for me every time you open all of your
No, I did, but I was
EKCs?
messing with. See, sometimes when I have to do teaching calls, I forget to change the profile, and in Zoom, once you start, you can't change the profile, and then so it messes up. So Kenya, I love Notion. Inside out, upside down, backwards, and sideways. I forced myself to go to the built-in Apple apps for you guys because number 1, y'all be bitching about $4 a month, whatever, and number 2. It's one excuse I could take away because you already have it in your Mac, your phone, your iPad, your refrigerator, your car, like wherever, right? Oh, my New York just came out. So the reason why I've been showing you guys Apple-oriented stuff is because their way there's no cost involved, so their way there's no complaining, right? And Notion, as easy as it is, still does have a wee bit of a learning curve. Because it just does. It's just not what people are used to. But if it was up, I think I do. Actually, I mentioned it in one of my videos. I treat my notes as scratch paper. I treat my Notion as my composition book. Remember in school where you had to turn in the whole composition book? It couldn't be the loose leaf. Like you had to give the teacher the black and white dot book. That's what it's called, right? Composition book.
Yeah.
The one with the black and white dots. Oh, your iPad look like that, don't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and I don't know, in Catholic school, you can't turn in ripped out papers, so you had to hand the whole book, and then the teacher would grade it and give it back to you. So your regular notebook or your spiral or your ripped paper notebook, the one with the 3 holes in it, loose leaf, you could write all you want. But when you turned in your assignment all pretty and whatnot, it was in the composition book. Yeah, so I can show you how to move
The
them
world.
from ChatGPT to Notion, but that's what Mary Lou is doing. See, we built a custom bot for this so that it speaks like us, but then we just use it as a sparker. It's like the sparker.
Yeah.
We provide the
Just gets us
kindling.
going.
Yes,
Yeah.
we provide the kindling. It provides the spark, and then we hit the bellow. Flames. All right. Oh, he done. Oh yeah, the very big one is that. Did I cover it? Yes. The part about you got to make these are the three right here. 1, 2, 3. These are the three.
1, 2, 3 is what we like. Okay, I like
Yeah,
them.
that's the winning sauce right there. And I guess somewhere we got to fit in 7, so we give them how to do it and not just bitch at them.
Mm-hmm.
So we can figure out a way to work in 7. Then that's the action. Y'all can't do it like me. Boom.
Okay, what is a number 7? Give me a number 7.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So yeah, if you guys are gonna be around for Podfest, we're gonna just do this in like a teachable way, not just a watch us way.
Yeah, that's come on. Look, I'm down for teaching.
Yeah.
But I'm also down for
But we're doing.
like trying to show
Yeah.
some, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we're in here. I like to call thriving by example.
Ooh. I like it. I like it a lot. Yo.
You got the sillies today? Because I got the sillies today.
Oh, you thought you knew. Thought you knew. Oh yes, I'm in that we win like Rolls. We fight like Rolls. Non-stop like Rolls. We work like Rolls. We win like Rolls. Non-stop like Rolls. We fight like Rolls. Come back like Rolls. Create like Rolls. Stay big like Rolls. Go hard like Rolls. Get back like Rolls. Rolls. Sorry. Me and Yolanda out here stomping the yard. And small print requires execution at the end of that. True story. Somebody had a question. Let me see. Did I see something? Oh, even Hershey said he had those composition books back in Zambia. Dang. That was more New York than Boston, but I'll take it. It was still a little East Coast. It just came out.
Come on, hooks.
What's going on with my camera, Luis? Oh, I got it because he noticed that I had the double up. Oops.
Whoopsie.
I like it. He like it a lot. Breaking the law. All
right. So
Go
ahead.
No.
Doc had given some concepts, some thoughts and things like that. So I took those, copied those into the custom chat GPT. And I was like, give me some ideas based off of these concepts. So that's what I had copied in first. We go through it, we pull kind of what was useful. And then I took the one that we were like, this is the topic, then ran that through again. And I was like, I need hook options and I need title options. And then she gives us some more stuff for us to choose from. It's just working smarter. Like the whole point of this whole thing.
Sometimes you know the outcome you're going to, and you're like, help me get a guidepost to get here. Sometimes you know the middle, but you're like, I need to do this. Take this to the finish. It gives you. Say, okay, cool. Now, what are the steps that come prior to this? One other good thing to ask chat for, which I learned because of talking to y'all, is I got to tell it to break stuff down into fetal steps. Because I'll skip the fetal steps because I'm assuming you guys are already on that. I'm assuming that you're already up on what I'm talking about. So even like I'm about to make the videos for reminders and notes, and I'm like, yo, some people probably never even open their reminders app. I gotta start there. And I know a lot of times I watch videos, I'm like, why are you guys talking about this? No, everybody knows this part. Just get to the good part. And I'm like, nah, because I got people in my family. Yeah, I gotta think I'm making
Because
this.
you're advanced.
I gotta make this video for the people in my family who I want to choke.
So okay, so creative spiral seems to be like the overarching topic.
Yeah.
Like you're spiraling out, or you're.
Well, it becomes a spiral because it's just like the gym, fam. Like once you skip a week. Oh, here's another way to put it. You ever been out? This is college days for sure. You ever been out? Look, I got this exam tomorrow. So friends are dragging me out, but look, I'm gonna be on Hawaiian Punch. I'm gonna have Coke, Hawaiian Punch, well, the brown one, Hawaiian Punch, Sprite. I'm not drinking. You get to like 1 o'clock, still ain't drank. You good. You're the designated driver. And it's Tora's birthday. Tora got bottle service, pop in, whatever. You and Tora been best friends since knee high to a grasshopper. She's like, nah, fam, come on. It's my 30th, you got to just do one shot. It's not going to mess up your little test. Come on. You're like, no, Tora, I got this test tomorrow. Be like, bitch, you smartest motherfucker in school. You got this. Just do the shot. And you're like, all right. Everybody's like, drink, drink, drink. Next thing you know, to the head. That one shot is like Eminem. If you had one shot, it becomes in for a penny, in for a pound. Next thing you know, you got sparklers on top of the next bottle. Yeah, you like spraying Moet Chandon all over the club. You be like, all I do is win, 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 no matter what. Then you upside down, dancing on the tables and whatnot. Next day you sitting up in class like, we all been there. That's exactly what happens to this. You skip that video, and then you're in for a penny, in for a pound. You must go all the way. I'm on my diet. I'm having a little piece of cake, and the piece of cake turned into cake and ice cream. Well, I might as well finish it off with some. Edith say that never happened to me once. I've been with you when it happened, so let's just start there.
That's right now.
Edith say I couldn't possibly relate to that story.
She's our angel.
All I'm gonna say about that, Eden, is San Diego. Anyway, so yeah, it's exactly that. So that is exactly the point. And never. So the moral of the story is, if Tora got bottle service, stay away from her. She ain't.
Stop having friends.
She ain't the one. Yes, you know you're in trouble the moment you question your no. Joe said, highly relatable. Yo, listen, I just happen to see this all the time. This is something I've seen a lot in my job standing in the DJ booth. But it's exactly that same thing. So you're on your creative thing, you got it going for whatever reason, something takes you off the bubble. Normally it's you overthinking imperfection or whatever. And then it's easy to get sideways from there. It's beyond easy to get sideways from there. The first hook is on point. This is also true. This is very, very true. That's super funny because I just talked about the whole gym switchy with you.
The gym situation.
The situation.
Did you not sleep last night too?
No, I did not.
I'm sorry, you guys. I'm not gonna be able to catch squirrels today. I'm squirrely too. So
listen, last
about
night
to get weird.
I was ready to go to bed.
We were partying with Tora.
And yes, that's what happened. Communion juice bottle service. Yo, it happens, man. It super happens. Okay, so the reason why I pointed out the thing about the hidden gems are in autoplay is because when Peter started his video, it's definitely not stuff you see on his channel. It's not what he talks. It's not kind of how he talks, how he does his videos. There was not a single cut. Well, there might have been some cuts, but there's no edits. There's no B-roll. There's no fancy making coffee. None
What's
of that.
up?
He started with the "What's up?" He got to, like, that's the deal.
Okay, that happened.
That's his Nike swoosh, which is why I say, like, I knew it was him, even though I was in the other room, because I heard that.
Yeah.
And if I was, here's the dumb, I'm gonna say this in the meanest way possible. If I was sitting at the couch and I heard that, I would have switched. But I was in the other room, so I couldn't switch. So I had no choice to hear about what he was saying. And what he was saying, I say, Doc, I know you be talking spicy about me, but you need to hear this. And again,
this is a message for you.
I have nothing against him. His content doesn't normally resonate with me. It just normally doesn't. But you know what? A clock is right. I mean, a VCR clock is right twice a day. A broken clock. I don't even know what the hell I'm saying. A broken clock is right twice a day. So it just happened that I caught it at the exact right minute, and I heard what I heard, and it was that. It was on point.
Yes. Good bullet point options.
Sorry, Eden. She clouded. I mean, every once in a while the 76ers win. Let's put it that way. Not like the Celtics, though. We still kicking butt. I'm just saying. I don't know what she's doing.
Eden is killing it with her personal content.
See? Listen.
She's out here making videos.
Crack up laughing, but also just remind myself of how hard that is. And I always thought it was cool that she would put herself out there. Every once in a while, I would open the gram and Eden is upside down falling because she was trying to do her yogs and she'd be breaking her neck. But she keep going. And then it's funny because she's actually better at it now than before. But again, it just comes from the constant do. You know what I mean? The more you do, the more you know.
More you lose.
That's funny. Man, you guys would just die if you seen the stupid stuff that Eden and I send each other in the in the DMs. She said this real. It was these two guys playing what is that green thing? Ping pong. And it's like, like Chinese speed ping pong. It's like me and my besties sending each other real all day. That'd be us. It's super funny. I just cracking up laughing. I say Luis the dumbest stuff too. This kind of cracks me up.
Okay. All right. I think we just about.
All right, we are ready. A blind squirrel finds a nut every once in a while. Why are you yelling in the chat, Peaks? Yo, the jump cuts is really good. It's one of my favorites. Just because it's less jarring, right, than the actual jump cuts. So, yeah. I'll open it up. I'll look through there and I'll send you a message, AT. Paul said we improve with age. Yeah, we're like cheese. We improve with age and get stinky.
I was going to say, sometimes we smell like that too.
Listen, I see Joel found the keys to the VIP room. Listen, Joel, there is no sex in the champagne room. His headphones ain't working because he didn't hear that yet. Do you remember, was that Eddie Murphy or Chris? Oh, Chris came up with that song.
It's rock, right?
Yeah, no sex in the champagne room. Hey, T, I like your cut. It's dope. Looking fresh. It's like
Ooh.
ready for the holiday season. You didn't want to throw a little like red streak or something in there? Honolulu blue. Go, I was going to say Equiminius. He played for us. What is that boy? Almond Ra. St. James. St. Brown. Man, it's so crazy. His brother was so much better than him in college. His brother don't play. He was kind of aight at Stanford, but Equiminius was a beast at Notre Dame. And then Osiris can't play. Equiminius is at the Bears, and Amon Ra is crushing it. Baybra came through. Like he's probably the best. He's probably one. I'm gonna say the best receiver in the game at the moment. At the moment, he not quite at GOAT status, but he's the best receiver in the game at the moment. And I also think it's cute how much he loves his mama and that he speaks fluent German. She said, "If I had that St. Brown money, I'll die for you when we come to Florida." Me and Mary Lou and Kate's is all booked up, so we will see you in a month and a half.
Ooh, ooh. Who's got the hookup to the theme parks?
We do.
Yeah.
We
I
got
used
that
to
juice.
because I used to live in Orlando. So I was like, any park, it's always so hard for me to pay for a ticket because I'm like, but I used to eat. I worked, my first job was at Universal Studios, Florida, at Back to the Future,
Nice.
putting people in the ride. Took it very seriously.
How you tell people they can't come in the ride if they not this height, if you're not that height?
Very, very carefully. That's the secret. I was in stilts.
Yeah, probably. What you gonna do? Go to classes? I don't know. I think it's hard to do classes at the expo like that. We tried to explain that to Kat. I think there's all the party, all the people you need to know, everything you need to gain is kind of sort of in the hallway track.
Yeah. But come to our session.
Yeah, you gotta come to our. Oh yes, you gotta make sure you can come to our session. That's important.
Because that's going to be a party.
It's my pot. Actually, Alicia could be our shill, just in case nobody asks a question. She could stand up and be like, "Hey, I got a question for y'all. So, what's your name? My name is Tora from Tornado Marketing." Joel, we are going to be speaking at Podfest Expo in January at SeaWorld Renaissance on January.
So if you want to get yelled at in person.
Yeah, if you want to get yelled at in
come see
person,
us.
16th, 17th, 18th, we're going to be there. And Luis will be there, and AT will be there because Luis and AT live down the street. Marshall Fox will probably be there. First time calling. Yeah. Yo, I was listening to Conan's podcast with Conan and Jordan Slansky the other day, and it is so freaking hilarious. It's so funny, and they had a fake caller come on. I don't want to spoil it in case you listen to it. It was freaking hilarious, absolutely hilarious. All right, we good?
Yeah, we're feeling good.
I'm ready.
It still hit like you feel like it still hits the core of what you were wanting to
100%.
cover.
100%.
Yeah?
And it's something
Oh.
that I mean, it's fresh in my head, so we can easily
Good.
correct.
Right.
And
Cool.
again,
Okay.
that's half the point, right? You got to
Yep.
nail it while it's fresh in your dome.
That's it. That's the ticket.
fresh from the top of the dome as I rock with
Adult
the
tickets for
microphone.
kids prices, even at Disneyland, because I need Disneyland for the holidays. I
Who
loved
said
going to
that?
Disney World for
Kevin?
the holidays. Kevin.
Kevin is that dude. Dun, 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 dun. Freestyling. Oh man, why? Why would you do this to me? I
Tell
have a
me why.
every once in a while the medicine gives me a little nauseous and I hate it.
Oh no. It's been what, 2 weeks now?
Yeah. 3. I took the last
3.
third shot yesterday. All right,
Mhm.
let's breathe.
Do you need to walk away a second? You all right?
I'm gangster.
Okay.
I'm strong. All right, we ready. Oh yeah, exactly. That's we're going in the building. Let's go. All right.
Whoa, 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 whoa,
Let me
whoa, whoa,
start and
whoa.
stop the recording. Cut that off. Record all the broadcasts.
Cool.
It's recording now.
I love you guys.
Let go. And 5, 4.
Okay, I don't know about you, but do you ever feel like the longer you wait to create, the harder it gets? I mean, I know that's true for me. You let me know. You let me know because I know I can't be alone. But we're going to talk about ways to break that cycle on today's episode of
Creators Unstuck. Hey, wait, we actually have a thing. I could just press this.
You have been unstuck with Creators Unstuck, Doc Rock, and Mary Lou Mandel.
Yes. Man, listen, this topic is so good to me. And it's funny, I have many occasions this fantastic idea list and I write it down and I'm all good to go. And I'm like, okay, well, let me do this other thing first real quick. And that's the end of that. It don't come back. It goes on vacation. It like leave the room. Elvis has left the building. So yeah, I've been there. How does that manifest for you? Like when you go to take a moment and that moment turned into 3 years.
yes, ask my acting career about that one.
Hey, you're doing it now. You're acting on my podcast.
Yes. No, like, but that was like I had stepped away from that just because like I felt like auditioning was the situation. I was like, you know what, let me just like step away. My type isn't right now. And with the idea of like I'm gonna come back. But the thing is with that one, like I stepped away, but I found something better,
Yeah.
which is like what we do now. So
Hanging
sometimes
out with
stepping
me.
away leads you to a better way. Right. And I love this. Like this is so much better because the pretending to be someone else just is never my bag. But with creating, when I step away when you need to take a break, and yeah, it can definitely be like, but well, I didn't post this week. Well, nobody's waiting for me is what'll end up. It's like, well, nobody's waiting for me. So it doesn't matter. You
That
get to the point where you're like, well,
different.
What's it for you?
No, so I think what happens is I'm like, okay, so I have this idea, and at first I'm like, I'm just gonna make it because it's just a good idea. And then as I start to pin it down, I might get a little scope creep or I might embiggen the idea. And then once I embiggen the idea to the point where it needs to become a production, now I got to do this. I got to get this A roll, got to get this B roll, got to bust out this particular lens. I got to go someplace, so forth, so on, and etc. Here's an easy one. The easy one that translates for me is I need to go out and take pictures. And it's like, oh no, I'm going to wait because I got a trip coming up and I'm going to take those pictures on the trip. because it's going to be better because it ain't at home. You know what happens when you're on a trip? You don't know what you're looking at. You don't know where you're going. At home, you're on turf. So photographers do this all the time. They always waiting until they go somewhere special to take pictures. Fam, you live somewhere special. If you didn't, you wouldn't live there.
Yeah, I would say that's like specifically for me with if I think about Instagram stories, like I used to love Instagram stories because I was traveling a lot for work, right? So I had like things that I would cover. It's like I'm going on adventures. And then like when I'm at home all the time, I'm like, well, there's nothing to show. I make videos at home all the time, but it's like specifically the Instagram stories and I'm like, I don't know, there's nothing interesting. But it's like it's just the same. It's the same. I'm just not at an airport.
Right, right. Like, and starting all the trips with the airport gram. And I used to spend so much time getting the dope airport grams. I don't really bother anymore. I think the part about getting the airport gram was almost like, look at me, I'm in the air again. Now, I might shoot you a shot if I get bumped up to first class because, I mean, who doesn't? But I'm
That's
not
still
that,
fun. That's still fun every
yeah,
time.
that's still fun, dude. But I'm not hard pressed to do the airport gram anymore. I'm also not hard pressed to get to that one beautiful place and like stand in that line to get that banger of that thing so I can say I've been there. Now I'm enjoying the spot, which is funny
Yeah.
because again, now I travel Osmo Pocket, Osmo Action, iPhone. Maybe I'll bring one of the little baby Fujis because they don't take up that much space. You know what I mean? But I'm not bringing
Mhm.
out the Sony big dogs and the long lenses and 2 bags, a backpack full of stuff. I've gone on trips where I got a whole backpack full of camera gear, and Small is carrying a couple lenses in her bag.
And then nothing ever sees the light of
And
day.
it was like, "Are you gonna use this lens today? Why? Because I'm tired of carrying it around. No, I might the whole
Yeah.
day. Did you even use this today? So yeah, those fights are over.
All right. So this the topic today came up because you saw something in a video that kind of triggered something for you. Can you talk about that?
Yeah, okay. So I'm minding my business. I'm in the house doing things. I multitask. I often put on what's known as YouTube listenable content, which is something you should definitely make. Listenable content is the stuff that can feed the brain. You don't have to stare at the screen. You can be doing something else, right? YouTube actually used to have the second tab at the top used to be called listenable. They changed it to podcast now. It's food for thought. Different stream. So the video came on and I heard the ever present, super popular "What's Up Everybody?" And I was like, oh, it's Peter McNugget. And I'm like, I don't normally listen to him because he just normally doesn't make content that resonates with me. I'm not in that ballpark. I don't think he's a bad creator. I'm not dissing him at all. I think he's a brilliant creator. I do think that he has increased the overall aesthetic of YouTube, which was at one point a good thing and then later became a bad thing because a lot of people feel like they can't put out because they can't put out PM level joints, right? I also got a drawer full of Peter McKinnon lens covers. So listen, Mr. McNugget, I spent money and I bought your coffee before, so let it go. Anyway, he said, not making videos makes it easier to not make videos. And the light bulb was like, bing, 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 bing. He talking to you. Bing, 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 bing. He's talking to you. Bing, bing, bing. Jackpot. What's he say? Yahtzee. I just felt like I felt like we was in Vegas again. And I was like, bruh, that one hit home so hard because I have definitely done that. Like, gone to pull back and then get so far pulled back that it's like a moot point. I don't know why I said mute point. You know what it is. So yeah, that's what it
I think they
was.
both work. Yeah, and that used to hit me harder before, and I've definitely built in systems that have helped with that, and we can talk about those later in the episode.
Say
But
less.
it definitely used to be where if I stop, I just would always say I'm like I can never stop because as soon as I stop, it's 10 times harder to start again.
Yes.
And it's different now because of systems, because I've like systematically addressed the barriers, which is what I do suggest all of you do. Figure out what are the things that like derail you and then address those. You have to actually look at these things. But, you know, because don't ever stop isn't really sustainable,
No, it's not.
because
It's
sometimes
not.
you do have to stop.
Yeah.
Sometimes you do have to stop. Life does happen.
Life
But
happens.
you can push through doubt, because sometimes you're stopping is just because you're doubting yourself, which is different than like stopping because life is happening real hard.
Yeah,
You know,
and I
it's
think
our
that's
ever
the key.
favorite IS.
Yeah, the IS. I think you nailed it on the head. It's painting the picture with the right colors. Okay? So you got to paint by number. And block number 1 is life happens, and that's supposed to be red. Block number 2 is the IS, and that one is blue. Block number 3 is perfection, and that one is green. You know, block number 4 is self doubt, which is also perfection, so we're gonna make that yellow. And because it's a combination of yellow and blue. But what you really did though is you get up into red and you start putting other colors up in there because you want to say that it's life. You want to say that it's work. You know, you want to say that it's these kids or some other thing. But the reality is something else in your palette is leaking over. So all you end up with is that nasty brown. Remember that cup water from when you was in school? You wash all the brushes, it just come out like brown, like
That one.
that color. Yeah, it looked like dirt. So
Yeah.
it happens, bro. It happens. It's so easy to let the self doubt identify as busy. It's easy to let the perfection identify as busy. It's easy to let imposter feelings identify as busy. But what you're really busy doing is not creating content.
Yes.
Or any
And
other
so
work
that's where
you're
like
supposed to
pushing
be doing.
through.
Yes, pushing through.
Right, whatever that is pushing through. And this is something that I urge you guys to do. It's scary, but if ever you are in this spot where you're not creating because of the color red, the color blue, the color yellow, the color green, if there's any reason you are not creating because of those things, that's exactly what you should create about.
Who? Yes. Okay. So in the pregame, my buddy Raph brought it up. It's something I say all the time. The success you're looking for is in the work you're avoiding. He said the life you're looking for is in the work you're avoiding. I think they're two of the same thing. But it's 9 times out of 10, the best way to get through it is to get through it. So I mentioned in the pre-show, and Tora had to remind me, thank you, Tora, I was saying it wrong, but Mel Robbins has the whole 5-second rule. It's like you sit on the couch, you know you got something to do, you just give yourself a 5-second countdown. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, get your ass up and do it. Because if you don't, like that 5 minutes on the couch turns into DoorDash, turns into you still couch locked. That whole season of what's that joint that Cat be on? Bridgerton has been binged. The whole database for Bridgerton has
Been revamped.
The icons, the team, you calling your friends, you divulging plots, trying not to do spoilers, you trying to get that insight. You should have just made a podcast about it because you're so much into it. But you know what? We made fun of it, and it was dumb. But you know what I really, really loved? I love that little temporary meme. What's the word for temporary memes, people in the chat? Baby memes. Everything is content. Everything is content. Everything. I should listen to that. Yeah, it was kind of like a trend, but it was, but that's the truth is everything is content. So maybe even find a way to tell people you are couch locked.
Yeah.
And then explain how that can be a self day or a me day or something, but don't just not make it. because not making
Yeah,
it creates a habit.
I've definitely made plenty of the videos of like, I didn't feel like making a video, so here's the video.
Yes.
And those sometimes end up being really insightful and really gets to something deep. There's other times when I have, and this is like way back when I'm like, I was just so compelled to make things. Like, this is me my whole time, like my whole life. I'm always like compelled to make. And if I'm not making, then, there's something that is broken, right? But life was happening. It was a bright color red. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to make a video. And it was like a whole breakdown crying video. I think I put it up for like 20 minutes and then I took it down because I was like, okay, I pushed that button. But that's what I was like looking at that. And I was like, therapy. This is a therapy situation. Right. So even making it, you kind of get to kind of look at yourself from the outside. So not saying that you need to put all your trauma on the internet necessarily, but if you're somebody like me who's like compelled to make and you're having something that's stopping you from making, sometimes just making the video and then kind of looking at it yourself and looking at it with like an audience eye or with an investigative eye, you might see what the actual problem really is. And then you can actually do some things about it.
I like that idea. I like the idea of making it and deleting it. That's what live is so dope. Like, you could just go live and just let it all hang out and delete it as soon as you're done. You know what I mean? But going live,
Well, this happened.
gives you an opportunity to just be in. Okay, you're doing something that makes you feel better. Creating makes you feel better. If creating is painful for you, you got to ask yourself why you want to do it. Let's start there. Like, this shouldn't hurt. If it hurts to the point where you got to think about creating, why do you want to create it? Because I'm gonna tell you right now, fam. If you think you're creating this as a means of making some cash, no, it's not. I mean, it can get there, but it should not be the thing that you start for. If you start for that reason, you're probably going to lose.
Right. Because I always tell people, like, if you're starting because you're wanting to make money, like, there's more direct approaches. Like, just go get a job.
Become a hoe.
Like, like, that's the result you're looking for. If it's not fulfillment, if it is just the bank account, then, like, go get a job. That's okay. There's nothing wrong with a job.
Listen, you could pick up a whole bunch of baggies on Amazon for like $5. So it's funny. Roy just posted something in the chat real quick. I wish I was rich so I could become a full-time YouTuber. I think that's super funny because I think a lot of people don't understand. Like, the guys that are doing it full-time that have launched into some stuff, it looks like it's beautiful and it looks like it's fun, but those guys work really hard. Like, majority of them work insanely hard. Even the biggest cat on the planet right now, which is Jimmy, Mr. Beast, that kid actually works pretty hard. I think people think, okay, let me wrap this around your head. And you know this to be true. First generation rich person is working their butt off. Depending on how they treat their offspring, second generation works a little bit. Some don't work at all. Some people went from poor to got rich and they won't let nobody else in their family work, and those family members end up becoming a pain in the butt. Those are the people that show up in TMZ looking spicy, doing some stupid stuff. That's Patrick Mahomes' brother. I forgot his name. But AT knows what I'm talking about, right? So those people happen. But normally the first generation rich person is working their butt off. The second generation ones, they tend to be whatever. So those guys who you see who are doing all of that and making all, they're working, fam. They're legit putting in a lot of work. Like, again, I told you guys maybe a little bit ago, Jimmy spends $30,000 on the thumbnail. and everybody's out here trying to do Mr. Beast thumbnails. I'm like, you can't. He has a psychologist on board. He got graphic designers on board. He has, those ain't AI generated. They make them joints. But, yo, they spend like 30 G's on the thumbnail. I just saw an incredible video that he made with him and my buddy Cristiano Ronaldo. And Cristiano just told him point blank, I'm the best in the world at soccer. I'm coming for you. And Jimmy's laughing. And then Chris did not have a smile on his face. He's like, I'm going to be the most followed man on the planet. And Jimmy was laughing. And then Jimmy got scared a little bit. He's like, he's serious, ain't he? And then he's like, oh, yeah, I'm serious. So I was like, yo, Cristiano just Kendricked Jimmy Beast, Mr. Beast. It was funny, but you know what I mean? But like, so that's his mindset, fam. Like, he's not out here playing. He really means this. And even for Jimmy, like, he really means this, you know. And I hate to use him as a reference when we talk about sort of the YouTube swag, because it's overused and people don't really understand. But like, there is no overnight success. Even dude,
And
Marquez,
this is something I woke up thinking about.
He put in the work to get to where he's at right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it doesn't just happen. And I, when we were like you, I came in and you already had some ideas, and like the one that like I woke up with today was like, be careful what you ask for, because you might actually get it, and you don't realize it's a lot of work. It's not necessarily bad, but like, I'm feeling it right now, and I'm like, I feel like my life is beautiful and I have what I want, but it is a lot of work to keep this boat afloat.
Hey, what did oh, come on, Tora's gonna help me. More money. Job ain't nothing but work. That's what it is. A job ain't nothing but work. And like man, people really do sort of miss that. And you do have to be careful what you ask for. Also, this is, oh God, I hate having these conversations because it seems a little woo-woo, but it is proven over and over again to be true. What you focus on expands.
Mm-hmm.
So if you focus on, I cannot put this video out because it's not perfect, it gets bigger. And it gets harder to get started again. Because now you're stuck on this concept of I'm trying to get to perfect.
Yeah. So the key is like, act faster, right?
Mm-hmm.
Act faster when you are making your videos and you are like starting to spiral, right? You're starting to lose the momentum. You're like, well, it's not this, it's not that, it's not that. No, just act faster. Later, if you want to make another video that's more fancy, that you have better resources for, just make it again. It's totally fine. We end up making the same video like 10 times because like content never stops. It doesn't stop. But like, what's the way you can make it now?
I can't reach it.
Do it.
I can't reach it right now, but I kind of sort of wish I could grab my iPhone 1 from back there. It wasn't perfect. And a lot of people came for it. Everybody came for it. Oh, this is dumb. This is stupid. Then I'm like, why can't you just use a phone to make phone calls? You guys remember the first 3 years of conversation around iPhone? Now, that same person who was talking all of that spice, try to take their phone from there. You come out there with a black eye, maybe missing a tooth, looking like Jason. Sorry,
okay,
Jason,
so what's something that you do like, so when there's like inspiration, what are some things that you do to get it done quicker? How do you get to it the most efficiently?
Okay. I have a mantra. I guess it can be a woman-tra too. I have a, what was it? You said hersplanation instead of mansplaining. You and Kat told me that.
No.
I was cracking up.
No, it's a Luis thing. He's got it. He's gonna come back with it. He'll tell us.
I think it was like a hersplanation. Anyway, I have a mantra, and it is inspiration without perspiration is just aspiration, which leads to desperation. So don't be an ass. Right? Oh, there you go. She liberating. Instead of deliberating, it was she liberating. She
Or elaborating.
She elaborating.
Elaborating. Yes, I
So,
would like to elaborate on that same topic. That's why
yes.
my Lutra, right?
The
My mantra,
Lutra.
my phrase is create, release, repeat. Because you gotta
Yes.
release it. The release part. The release part is the core of the whole game. Is
Oh
actually
my
putting it
God.
out. That
Yo,
is
you just hit
the
me in the
nugget.
back of the neck. Listen, I'm gonna have to timestamp this so I can send this to my friend. Let me see where we at. Okay, cool. Um, I have a buddy, and his name is Eric Nakagawa. He is most famous for you're a cat person, so you would know the I Can Has cheeseburgers, right? That was my buddy Eric Nakagawa, homeboy from Hawaii, right down the street. Uh, he used to come home a lot, after he was finished that project and starting again. Early crypto guy, like back one of the main people around Ripple and things of that nature. Um, we had this conversation one day, and he was like, "I respect what you do. You're good people, but I gotta tell you something from the outside, and I hope you don't mind my saying it." And one thing that's really cool about tech people is they can be like like me. It wasn't about your feelings, fam. It was about the facts. He was like, "You are so good at ideation, innovation, and generating, but you have got to start shipping stuff." And I was like, "What you talking about, Irk?" And he was like, "Bro, you come up with the best ideas, and you're all jazzed up. You got people buy in right away. You're really good at getting people to buy in, but you have got to ship it. Even if it's not perfect, you got to ship it. Understand you can do updates." He goes, "There's a lot of people fixing to build an iPhone app, but you are not an app creator until the app is in the App Store." And the other thing he told me, he goes, "You're good at being such an altruistic person and trying to bring people with you." He said, "You got to do it by yourself for a little while. So that way you don't have to worry about it being somebody else's fault that you didn't ship." That conversation on the block with a friend of mine who's a very successful individual still resonates with me to this very day. Now, you remember when we were in Chicago after Second City, I went to go meet my buddy Justin. Justin is like a disciple of Eric and super good friend. And, when I was telling Justin like all the stuff I was able to do and where I'm at now, he was just like, wow. Because he knows, because Eric did the same thing to him. You know what I mean? So we basically had drinks and rivaled over how much Eric mean to like putting a fire under our asses and making us do what we needed to do. Because he saw the talent was there. Or I hate that talent word. Saw the skills were there. Talent is bullshit. He saw the skills were there, but it's so easy to start things and not, push through. And then so uh, Joe has a great one. Ideation without execution is novel gazing, navel gazing, navel gazing. I don't know how you pronounce it, but it makes sense, right? You're like you're living in the dreamland, and I had start and stop so many dope ideas. Like I tried to build what basically Twit became sort of before that and at the same time, but I pittered it, blamed other people because I didn't push it all the way through, so forth, so on, et cetera. So I wanted to build a podcast network before there was such a thing as a podcast network. But anyway, once Eric told me you got to just ship it, I started shipping things. One, I did have an iPhone app that I shipped, right? We didn't sell that many, but I can say I had an app in the App Store, right? Then I started a business on my own without any partners and ran that for 6-7 years. And then that pushed me to where I am and to do the Ecamm thing and so forth, so on, et cetera. But I really do. When you said that, it made me think of Eric, and like I owe a lot of where I am right now because of that gigantic foot in the ass from Eric Nakagawa. Like, son, just ship it. You can fix it later, or you can reship
Yeah.
it. Crazy.
I mean, just look at this show, right? Just look at this show. Our first couple episodes, so Doc and I are like, we just knew, we were like, we have the same energetic feelings towards like helping creators, right? And we're like, we want to do this. We feel strongly about this. It would be so easy I feel like both of us have probably done projects with people and it's like, it just doesn't happen. It's like, nice big talk, cute. Okay, sure, yeah, it would be a good idea, but like, will it ever happen? Will it ever see the light of day? But I was like, no, this one will. This one will see the light of day. And what did we do? We like picked a time. We did it. We just do it live. We do it in front of the studio audience. You guys have seen it grow because we were like, this must be released.
Yep.
And we'll just improve as we go. And now 18 episodes in, hey, look at us
Dude,
now.
I tell you what, we slapped on some LaRoe Pouche SPS 70 and be like, take your ass outside.
Yes.
We lathered it up. You're like, and after you go in the water, put it on again. Because that's
Yes,
why
do it
that's why
again.
I'm-
Do it again.
That's why I'm old as I am and I still look cute. It's called SPF 50 and above. Y'all be playing, y'all know.
Yes. You gotta be wearing it, you guys.
You got to
Come
wear
on.
that screen, especially when you got hair like me and
Yes.
Jason. you got to put some on the dome or rock the hat. Otherwise, bro, your head be hot. You get sunburn on the head, bro. It's hot. Strick said, look at you
Yes.
now. Don't do it, Strick. You know I'm going to start going, I'm
Mhm.
getting paper. Every time I come and get it, then I got to go, and then I got to get it, then I got to start flowing, then I got to do it, I got to get it, what you doing? Every guy, never, I'm stop. He said, look at you now. I'm getting paper. Anyway.
Every time I hear that song now, I think of just like there's like a video somebody made of an egg flapping.
Yeah, and just flapping.
With that sound on it. I just think of like Busta Rhymes as a fried egg. Anyway.
Yes, that's the one.
Yes, that's the one. Okay, so you got to let it out, right? You
Yes.
have to act on it
Yes.
quickly. And this got me thinking about when batch creation is a good thing. Because sometimes creative folks like us that have a lot of ideas, we can make the list and we're like, I'm going to make this one today. And then you know what? Next week, I'll make this other one. It's never going to see the light of day because next week you're thinking about something else. Next week, you're finished with this idea. You're done. But if you sat and just filmed these 5 things real quick, at least you got them banked. You cut them together. You schedule them. You don't have to think about them anymore. Just like let them go. Set them free, right? But
Let
at
it
least
go.
you did it.
Look, even if they're shorts, you got them out of your melon before they had too much time to get up in there and stagnate, right? So, what her name is mentioned it in the chat a little bit ago. Oh, she said she's got the ideation popping off in ChatGPT. All ChatGPT did, the one thing it did really bad, it helped you generate ideas faster. So you generate ideas faster, and then your spreadsheet, the stuff you need to make, gets longer, and then you start to look at it like a mountain when it was really started with one pile of like t-shirt and drawers out the shower, and now it's turned into a mountain, and you do not feel like doing laundry. So the one bad part about the constant ideation in ChatGPT is it can create an unapproachable task. But the only way to eat an elephant is one bite at a time, or a vegan elephant, for those of you guys who are into that. It's still one bite at a time. The only way to eat a pound of broccoli is one floret at a time. Take that, Yolanda. So when you make that list and Chad gives you a bunch of ideas, at least peel 3 of them and make a reel so you could come back and make the video. Make a short, then you could come back and make the
Yes,
video.
because they don't all have to be movies.
They don't.
all your ideas, like they don't have to be that.
Say it again
Not
for the
every
people in the back,
idea-
Reverend Lou. They don't all gotta be movies.
They don't all have to be movies. They don't. Sometimes you just got to get that idea out. Just put it out. Story. Real.
Do you know,
Picture.
this is funny. I
Text
don't
your
know if
friend.
people know this. I don't know if people know this, but I'm pretty sure Kevin Cox does. When you go to watch a Disney flick and they got the 3-minute Pixar short at the beginning, those were treatments for whole ass movies. But they do that to see where it goes. Some of the things that started as a little short became whole ass movies. Some of the movies you see in Pixar World, Disney World now, they started as a little I think Up is one of them. I think that one with the chicken. Oh my god, I can't remember the name of it now. But never mind. I won't get into it. But a lot of them started out as those little Pixar shorts. One that famously, when soccer came to the U.S., football as I call it, but when soccer came to the U.S., what's that thing? Ted Lasso was a skit to introduce the rules to
It
Americans.
was?
And then they turned that into one of the most successful shows ever.
Ever. Yeah.
So, yeah.
You go back and look at that. If you guys have never seen this, go back and look at that original like Sports Center Ted Lasso clip. And
Sorry.
and you're just be like, oh, and it was not what it is.
No.
The character was there.
Yeah.
It was a joke.
The character
It was
wasn't
a
even fully
spoof.
developed yet. But it's
No.
now
And then
yeah.
it turned into like one of the most heartwarming stories out there. Right?
Same with Ernest. Ernest was a joke on the TV show. Then it became a thing. Same with the Ladies' Man. Like Ladies' Man became a whole ass movie in my personal gangsterwary. Kevin said, yes, they use it to see how people work and then they expand their roles. So they're testing out these young animators, these young Imagineers, and, boom, there you go. Olaf is the one I was looking for. I don't know why I said chicken. Olaf is not a chicken. It's a snowman that looks like a bird. We had an Olaf turkey for Thanksgiving. My cousin made an Olaf turkey. It was basically two clumps of pimento spread with a carrot in the mouth, and then the salami and cheese and biscuits made it was a turkey. But
Wow, that's very intense.
but the first part looked like a Olaf. So I was like, hey, is that Olaf? And she's like, no, it's a turkey. I was like, oops. I'm gonna send you a picture after you'll get it. You'll understand.
All right. Okay, so question for you guys to answer in the comments, in the chat. What is, we would call you out. What is the idea that you've been holding on to that you just haven't made the video for? I know there's one. Whether it was because somebody else already did it and you're like, I can't talk about this because somebody else did it, because that's a lie. You don't have everything you need to do to talk about that. That's a lie. Or you're not good enough to talk about it, which is a lie. But I want to know what it is. Don't lie to me because I see you. Just know I'm already in your mind. I already know. So you might as well tell me.
Into your mind, where everything will become shapeless, motion. You must.
Like, what's one that's been on your mind, Doc?
Honestly, it's been batching this. I'm creating this course for iOS, macOS, iPadOS for creators because I feel like so many people underutilize the tech. The tech has so many dope, super easy secrets. I won't even call them hidden secrets because they're right in front of your face and people don't even know. I see people struggling. I was like, hey, stop what you're doing because I'm about to ruin the image and the style of what you're used to. Sorry, AT. It's like, I need you to just click this. Wait, how'd you do that? I didn't do it. You just did it. But I didn't know you could do it. Yeah. Like, did you not read the instruction manual that came with your iPhone? They'd be like, iPhone don't come with instruction manual. I'd be like, oh, you're right. You're right, Rabbit. You're right. So I know so many things. Like, prime example, one people came into the community and was like, I got all of these files and I need to know of an app that I can use to rename all of these files so I can at least know that they all belong to this series. I'm like, highlight them all with the mouse, right click, rename. But what's the app? Finder. You know the little smile? Yeah. And so that, and I don't, but why I keep putting it off, I guess, it's because, again, I keep assuming that people be knowing, but they don't be knowing. And then every once in a while, I'll show somebody a little thing about the Mac, and then, listen, fam, I left the company in the mid 2000s. So I forgot, I know more stuff about the Mac than most people forgot. And I'm
ready for you to put out this like Apple Super Genius series.
Yeah, that was my title, right? Like, so.
Oh, amazing. Super Genius.
So the funny thing is, like, yeah, I've been there for so long that I forget that I know stuff that folks don't know. You know, and it
Well,
blows my
good.
mind.
Give it to
sometimes.
us. Okay, so that's what
Yeah.
I want you to stop sitting on. What if, like, so? Okay, let's unstuck it. Why is it stuck? What's happening? Why? Why?
There's a lot of people that make the easy peasy. This is so stupid. Now you make me say it out loud. A lot of people make the easy peasy cover greasy.
Welcome to Creators Unstuck.
You know what, girl? Listen. Here, let me switch
Have you
to
heard
my,
of this
Let me
show?
switch to my pink mic. There's a lot of people that make those really easy ones, and some of them are just. I in my head they're just lame, but they're lame because they're so basic. But then I realize, wait, I have to look at Alicia when I'm talking to her. I realized that my friend yelled at me because she go, "You think we be knowing, but we don't know, and you're an asshole for keep making me feel like you think we know, but we don't know." So not only are you teaching me, but at the same time you calling me stupid, so to speak. So stop doing that and start at the bottom, Drake. I love you, Alicia. Thank you for that. You don't get the gloat. You just gotta take the compliment, you little jerk. Hey, he just said, "Girl, listen, girl, listen." Damn, I think
I mean,
I
I
gotta
feel like you need to bring her up on screen for that. I think we need to
listen.
see.
I'm gonna have to get her a special sandwich or something when we go to camp. This is Queen Alicia. She put her foot square in my ass. Sometimes my students kick me back. So, thank you, AT. Thank you. Salute. Nice color, Mike Doc Pop, by the way.
Speaking of Doc Pops, do you have a pick of the week?
Why? Why does she got to do this to me every time? I'm gonna keep it mad simple for you. This is not any specific one. I have a collection of stuff that I like, and you can legit go in your cabinet from the last conference that you went to. Somebody gave you a book, okay? I want you to take whatever you have. This is mine. She still smell good. She fresh. I want you to get your little journal. And I've been preaching this to y'all for a hot minute. But I want you to get you a journal. And I'm laughing at AT. There's a new software called Transition Pro, and it's going to be called Mary Lou. Listen, I just want you to get you a journal, and I want you to get you a pen, and I want you to start writing in that sucker. And even if you only write one sentence a day that just talks about something that happened in your life, and it doesn't matter, Roy, that you can't read your handwriting. That excuse does not fly here. It doesn't matter. You can get a journal and draw frickin' shapes. Because when the caveman journaled, all they drew was shapes. When the hieroglyphicans journaled, all they drew was shapes. And guess what? When I journal in Japanese, what is it? Shapes. Holla at your boy. All that matters is you understand it. Trust me, it is life-changing. It really is. It's funny because I left the church before I got old enough to be in the You Got a Journal class. I know all of my Jesus people, they journal all the time. Well, most of them do. The ones that are really about that life. The ones that be faking it on Facebook, maybe not. Yeah, I said it. Come for me. Come for me. At docrock@gmail.com. Sorry, I got spicy. But it really does change your life because I just busted out my old joints from a couple years back, and then I was thumbing through them, and I was like, "Oh, you was tripping about that? That turned out to be nothing. Oh, you put this down and said you were going to do this by this time, and you accidentally crushed that, son. Oh, blah, blah, blah." Like, it really does help. It really does help. So I'm telling you, you can start with 5 minutes a day to just write one sentence. But I tell you, you will never stop at whatever the limitation you give yourself, you will not be able to stop. Even if it's, I can't believe that asshole Doc called me out today. I am tired of him. Baba, if I see that fool, I'm gonna give him a piece of my mind. Next thing you know, Yolanda has written a whole 30-page brief. Sorry, that's an inside joke between me and Yolanda. But yeah, it's just one of those things, man. Like it really is game changing for me. And again, I just know I know the people who I've watched change their lives, and I kind of wish they had journals they can go back and see where they came from. Like I know Paul often reflects on what he's overcome and done in the last little bit of years, but I don't know if Luis kept a journal. I know he's on it, but I'm like, I would love for Luis to see where he was 3.5 years ago. Actually, tomorrow, December 4th, will be the Doc and Luis anniversary, if you will, of us being besties. And he's like family at this point. But he popped up on the stream, and I don't know why we remembered the date. He brought it up one time, and I remembered it. But I think he started his stream that he just did his 200 episode or whatever. He just did it last week, but it started on December 4th of like 2020. So it's been 4 years.
That's
All right,
so
he'll correct
sweet.
me correct me in the chat if I'm wrong. But yeah, the answer is journal. That's it. Sorry, I almost got emotional.
Yes.
I ain't crying on this show. Damn it, I'm a gangster. Gangsters don't cry.
Well, I second a journal, and something that I've been trying to challenge myself with is to not just write when things are bad, because I tend to go to the journal when I have to like untangle things because I am spiraling. Right? It helps
We
me
so
like
tight that you
unspiral,
get
helps me
style tango.
untangle.
Can I get freaky?
Right?
No, sorry.
Yeah.
Can't
But
help it.
but there's good things you want to capture as well, so it's to try to get in the practice of like writing regularly, not just when things are bad, because you don't want to be that friend
Capture
that only
good.
calls when things are bad. Put the good stuff
Capture
in there
good.
too.
Capture enlightenment. You don't want to be your friend to yourself that only talks to yourself when you're doing it bad, right?
Yeah.
I'll big up myself. I'll walk around. Oh, it's happy birthday, nephew. Today is
Hey,
nephew's
Dad's
birthday, and tomorrow is Buck
Happy
Nasty's
birthday.
birthday. Happy birthday, nephew. Dude, that's another one. Like if I had wrote it in my journal about like, meeting Aiden way back in, it was like 2021 September. We were at People of Video. He was just a little kid, so light. We just pick him up, and him and Diana having conversations on the hotel room floor, cracking up, by the way. And then now that kid heavy as hell. I'm like, bro, Luis gonna need health insurance because his back about to go out. That kid is heavy. So even watching him, like, buck up, no pun intended. Oh my God, I just did a Tom Buck. Yeah, it's good journal so you can go back and catch your memories. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And if you're in the kind of position where, like what we're talking about with our topic today or any topic in Creators Unstuck, if you're feeling stuck, I had journals. I was like, I need a new journal because I need the juice. Like, even if it's just a stack of papers, if it's like one of a little notebook that you got for free from that you're like, we have them like stored in boxes and bags that you got from a conference. Just grab something and just start writing in it. It doesn't have to be to anybody. It doesn't have to be about anything. But
It don't gotta be
it
complete
will help
sentences.
you. It'll help you start to unravel something, right?
I found my red moleskina. Oh my God, I
Ooh.
love this one. And I realized, oh, this is so good. It's so good. I had these are questions I had for like Ecamm. I had like, do I need a second account in order to do second channels? Like this when I started Ecamm, right? And then can I move the record folder somewhere? Right? I had a note to make a video on trip mode, which I did. One of the very first videos I made about Ecamm back in the day. Then I talked about making a video to remind people to set their network order on their computer so that when you go to do Ecamm, it goes to the wired connection before the wireless connection, because people will plug the wire in and you might still have your network order set up so that Wi-Fi is first. So you plug in the wire and they did jack. And then I had something that I wrote to myself called Rethink in the Star. But my journal was just a list of words.
Ooh. Go
And-
to like a random page and tell me if there's an idea that you should make a video about now.
Yeah, I should probably recover that network order one. Here's a logo that I was sketching out for somebody that I actually turned into a real logo. Um, Let me see. But yeah, this is where I used to put my little ideas.
Well, okay, so let's keep
Oh, here you
talking
go.
about like
Here you go.
ideas and
Speaking
go ahead.
directly to my audience, do 10 words when sharing, create supplemental videos, and do a call to action for the audience. So it was about like making a video to your audience and like sort of defining it in the 10 power words that they were going to have to use to remember that video by. And so make sure that you're like repeating them and putting them in phrases.
I
in a
want that on my
manner-
desk by the end of the week. Thank you.
Huh?
I want that video on my desk by the end of the week.
Hey, this used to be Creators Unstuck. This is our last episode. Don't help her, AT. Why are you laughing at her? Listen, Joel, I need you to be on my side. I'm getting ganged up over here. Okay? He wearing a
That's the
Toronto
worst thing you
Raptors
did
shirt.
was introduce me and AT. Just put us in the same place. It's over for you. All right. So, what are some other tips you have for making it happen? Right, like when you're feeling in the spiral, when you
So
you're
your pick of the
stopping,
week is
what do we
journal
got?
too. We're gonna.
Yeah,
I
like
like
I mean,
it.
I had
All
on there
right.
sleep
Hey,
because I'm really tired, but like the journal is real. Like the journal is
thank
real.
you. Okay, just wanted to make sure.
Right here, it's right here. Hold on. Journal.
Kevin
This-
said,
I have it here, just ready.
"Yes, Riz. Hey,
All
did
my
you test
color
out that black
pens.
paper that I got you from Japan? It's crazy.
Because it's a calendar. I have
Yeah.
to use it next month.
Okay, just checking.
I
He
have it
said,
here.
Kevin said, let's move this to Doc Unstuck. Shut up, Kevin. I thought we was friends. I made 3 videos last month completely dedicated to Kevin because Kevin has very good wisdom. I think we're on the same level a lot, which is funny to me. And I'm just like, oh, I can just hear Kevin in the back of my head. I haven't seen Kevin in Zoom for like 2 years, but I could just hear Kevin in the back of my head. It's like, yeah, okay, I'm going to make that one. And so I think I mentioned Kevin a bunch in my videos. Anyway, moving on. What would
Like
you
if
gonna
you
say?
happen to be like listening, if you were listening to this or watching this in the future, we have our live studio audience. And
Oh,
if you
sorry.
haven't started to join us in there, like please do join us in there because this basically like our writer's room. It's our producers, it's our, consultants. These are the people. So if you really want to be in on it, like you got to come to the live tapings.
Dude, everybody out here looking for all of these secrets to YouTube, like how to do this and how to do that. The only secrets you need to know is in your audience, homie. It's in there. That's it. That is it. Yo, it's so simple. Look.
Like another, like before we move on from the journals, if you're like not sure what you are doing or like what you should be doing or what you want to be doing, like you start to lose kind of your sense of self, go back to some random pages in old journals once you've started to take it and you'll be like, nope, I've always been like this. This is what I want to do. That's whenever I go back and look at old journals, I'm like, this is how I always been.
You'd be like, I woke up like this.
And I will
I
go to
woke
sleep
up
like
like
this and I
this.
will the whole time. It'll be like this forever. So because basically what we do in like Creators Unstuck and like most of my content is just how I talk to myself of like, you know what, we need to be doing this better, or this is a different way, or this is a way we can strategize this. Like you got it. All the answers are there. You just need to unravel them and unstuck them, and then you're in a good place for that. Okay. Tips for getting it done.
Okay.
Actionable strategies.
So I mentioned this earlier. I'll say it again. That 5-second rule is big to me. Like, no matter what it is. This doesn't have to be about content. Just it's stuff you got to get done. Just count to 5 and get up and do it. It's really like ripping the Band-Aid. But when it comes to the content side of it, over procrastinating will just break you. It will break you. It'll be like, I am Ivan Drago and you will lose Rocky. Just know. You got to go in. So when the idea sparks you, make that video. Even if all you do is make a short or reel, and then set yourself up at the end of the reel saying, I will expand upon this on a longer video later. Now you got no choice because you done told the audience is coming. They will come for you. At least Alicia and Yolanda will come for you. They will be like, hey, let's go. So you got no choice. You got no choice. You really got to get in there. And yeah. You gotta pull a mirror ball, Tay-Tay. And go in.
And do it. Now,
Why you giggle?
my cheat code is what we're doing now. It is setting yourself up for a repeatable format that you live stream. Because you have ideas, we can come on at any moment and just record. So the setup is not the excuse. When you don't film something, it's all you. It's not because, well, I got to charge first. I got to do this first. I got to do this first. You set yourself up in a way so when ideas do come, you can execute. You just systematically remove all of the barriers. So for me, it was that I didn't have a place to film, right? So then when I got into an apartment by myself, I was like, must have, there is a dedicated place to film where the camera is always set up, the light is always set up. So like my last apartment where I had by myself, I didn't have a living room. My living room was the set. I was like, I live by myself. Who cares? I'm going to film in here. I'm going to watch TV on my laptop in bed. So start to get yourself set up like that. You can, like, if you start to intend it, you will find a way. And so if it's not there for you yet, find a little like kit that you're like, okay, if I need to film something, it's the tripod, the phone, the microphone, they're all together. Grab it quick. You got your corner where you do it all the time. Once you can start to set things up specifically and permanently, like I never have an excuse to not shoot because it's just like, turn it on. Now you better talk. Now you better say something. And then you get in the practice of it and then you just do it more. And like journaling, like going to the gym, you have to build the muscle. You have to go regularly. You have to keep the skills up. So just whatever the ideas are, you have to do it. And then like there's making decisions because if you're like me, right? Ideas, 4 days, forever. You have to just like, and you can use AI to help you with this. Like I do that too, where I'm like, here's all these ideas that are haunting me right now. Can you prioritize the top 3? Just pick 3 for me. And then I just do those. You know, it's just like having a manager, having somebody else to help you make a decision. And then you're like, fine, okay. I didn't have to think about it. I'll do those.
I think one thing that's relative, I won't say it's new, but I think it's a underutilized tool for shaking the crust. Take your phone. When you feeling in some kind of weird way, you're self-doubting and whatever, take your phone, just like such. Prop it up on something, press YouTube, and go live on the vertical. Doesn't require eCam, doesn't require a mouse, doesn't require lighting, doesn't require anything. Just put it on. Sorry, hiccups. Put it on and start talking. Sometimes you can self-therapize. You can put it on and say, I am here to talk myself through feeling like I don't want to make this video. I have a video to make. Somebody's going to pop on because, something about doing a YouTube live on vertical, people always pop on. Somebody's going to pop on and they can be like, oh yeah, me too. I had this video I've been wanting to make and I ain't making it. Or if you're a girl and you pop on YouTube live vertical, it don't matter what you're doing. Somebody going to come and be like, hey, you're beautiful. Because it's global. It's international. And strange thing about different countries, people appreciate what humans look like in different countries. American has made the bar unapproachable, unachievable, unimaginable, and it got people feeling some type of sick. But inevitably, any of my female friends going, some dude from India pops up, hey, you're beautiful. You could come in, when your eyelashes is doing this, the magnet came out or whatever, and then, so if you just want to feel better, go. No, you will get some haters too, but I'm not gonna say that word. F them. Forget them. Forget them. Yeah, just trust me. Go live on vertical just to shake the cobwebs. You can completely delete it after you're done. But a couple things that if you don't delete it, your watch time will go up. So just save yourself the hassle of setting up all of your gear. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah,
Yeah,
Luis,
do it.
they have magnetic eyelashes. Don't ask me. It's a thing.
It's a thing. It's a thing.
See, Mary Lou did not blink an eye when I said that. One, because her magnet might come off. Two, she knows I'm telling the truth.
All of this whole face is a magnet.
Hey, no, trust me, just go live, man. Like this is funny. I don't know if it works for dudes, but I'm telling you, every time I see any of my female friends go live on YouTube, they always get those comments, and I'm like, what's cool? I think Mary Lou is funny. She always thanks them for it, like or gives them at least the. Even if they're just being wise or being pokey or whatever they're trying to do, she's like, "Oh, thank you for that," and it moves on. It's just a quick, like, look at that flick of the wrist, woo, like she whip it through the glass real quick and just move them on. But it's funny, you know, and I think it can help.
Yeah. You try to like accept some good energy, you know, and then the ones that are really bad, I try to just not acknowledge at all. But like if it's good stuff, even sometimes, like if they're saying something sideways, if I can quickly think about how to misinterpret it, I
Yes.
will.
Yeah, that's even. Oh my God,
That's like my
gold.
favorite.
That's
It's
gold.
like when they say something like that's like an insult to me, and I'm like, why would you say that about yourself? Don't talk about yourself. Like if there's a way I can misread it, I will misread it right away.
Yeah, dude, this is so funny. It is so funny. I love that because that's what you got to do. You got to just go and have fun and then shake the cobweb. So it's very important that when an idea hits you, make that idea. Get in the habit of making it, even if it's not perfect. Understand you could always come back and make the video. As a matter of fact, you could even say, hey, I made this video like 5 or 6 days ago, and I realized, wait a minute, I was wrong about this, that, and this thing. Let me tell you how it should have came out. And then you can address it. You know what people would love you for? The fact that you came out and said you was wrong. Because you know what none of the black T-shirt boys come back and say? When Sony doesn't make a dual APS-C sensor, they don't say they got it wrong. They go, oh, Sony's dumb. They're not keeping up with blah, 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 blah. The same thing with Apple. Like, oh, Apple didn't put the power button in the front, so they did it wrong, blah, blah, blah. It's like, no, you read some rumor. You tried to spread it to get the clicks. You was wrong. And instead of just coming and say, okay, I got that wrong, here's what they really did, which everybody would love you for. You try to act like it's Apple's fault, like they don't have 500 people in a design department with master's degrees from Stanford, MIT, Oxford, and Ludwig Government College. And you at home in your basement talking trash, talking loud and saying nothing. So, I mean, Apple engineers is like, you best believe I'm bejeweled. When I walk in, I make the whole place shine. You know, so
right. What
so-
have you been listening to Taylor?
I gotta respect my homie. You know what I'm saying? So like you're talking spicy for nothing. You ain't did nothing. You just over here making noise. It's funny how easy it is to get in again in this trap of sort of not doing things because you're worried about what somebody's going to say. They're going to say it anyway. So that part doesn't matter. Just do it. I sound so stupid and so cliche, but just do it.
Yeah, but that's like the create, release, repeat. Like you got to put it out. But live is really the most efficient way to do it.
Mm-hmm.
And if you have not yet, whatever month you happen to be listening to this in, this month, if you have not done just a vertical live stream on your phone with nothing special, nothing extra, I challenge you to do it. There's some topic that you need to talk about. There's something that's been on your heart. Maybe you just haven't posted in a while. I challenge you, whether you, even if you make it beautiful, eCam, multi-scene, multicam, all the time, one time, give me one time, vertical live stream from your phone. Nothing special.
Taurus said, I hate when he be in my head and he ain't nowhere around. Hey, I'm not going to say that. I was going to be a wise ass and say, I'm like somebody else you know then, huh? I'm not comparing myself. God, no. Alicia and Yolanda would kill me for that.
Oh, Kenya, we can explain, like totally teach you about vertical live stream. If you want to come to my live stream that's like in less than an hour, I will show you. I'll show you what to do.
Yeah, just literally just press a button and go. Just go.
It's very easy.
It's very freeing. And one thing it does, it gives you that good help to practice what you got to say. Okay, so we better wrap this up so Luke can do her thing. This one got long.
But it was a good one. It was a good one.
It's funny how when we in our most goofy mood or whatever, like some of the best joint just comes out. This is what I'm saying. Like you're trying to make it perfect, and we just like we needed to have a real deal conversation. And so in the matter of real deal conversation, we got deep, and I unstuck some of my own stuff, and I'm throwing this red book in the trash before Mary Lou see it.
We almost got some tears from Doc. You know it's a good show when that happens.
So, moving on. I'm checking in case I had any digits in here. I forgot to call somebody.
Woo!
Oh, that's so good. So good.
Well, good. If you guys have things that you need to get unstuck with, then please let us know in the comments. You can reach out to us. We are here filming live on Doc's channel weekly. You can come be part of the studio audience, live studio audience, or, listen to us all the places that you do the podcast things on. I'm not like a podcast listener. I like just watch stuff on YouTube, and it may be a podcast, but I don't know. Be on YouTube also.
Sometimes the labels ain't important. Sometimes
just listen, just watch, just be part of it, and get unstuck. That's Doc
Hey,
Rock.
have you ever had a sandwich and you pick it up and all the stuff fell out and you just like forget it? You just kind of like grab it and just throw it in.
Yeah,
it still tastes good,
like,
right?
that's fine.
Right? That's the takeaway today. When your sandwich fall apart, do you stop eating it? No, it still tastes good. Like a matter of fact, a smash burger is not a smash burger unless you got sauce on your elbow. If your smash burger does not leak down your arm, that is a dry ass burger.
You have been unstuck. With creators Unstuck, Doc Rock, and Mary Lou Mando.
Yo, that is what you call a mic
That
drop.
snuck up on me.
Hey, who's going to grab a smash burger right now? Call your Shake Shack. Go get it. Get the extra
Oh my
sauce.
god.
Yo, AT said it right? Best burgers have a grease spot on the bottom of the bag. Anyway, I'm Doc Rock. That's DOC-ROCK. You're going to find me currently somewhere trying to find a smash burger. We don't have that chain here, but we have a couple small mother and pop shops. Oh, Luis is hungry for real right now. Anyway, you can find me all over the internet. It's DOC-ROCK. And then go check out the YouTube channel because I'm on my glow up right now. So take that.
Really is. It's amazing. Like, it's so good. I was just scrolling through your video. I was like, look at that. Just look at him. Just look at him. Look at him go.
I'm on a mission.
So
I am
definitely
on
go.
a mission.
Yes. So we're going to get you there. And if any of you are on your missions too, we want to know about it. I'm Mary Lou Mandel. You can also find me all over the internet at Mary Lou Mandel. We'll see y'all next time.
You have been unstuck. See you. Bruh. That was good. That was super good.
Yeah.
Tor said
got
she got a box of gloves.
Therapized today.
Yo, that's what Kenya said. She said, I come up here for my little therapy. Hey, we're going to have to start sending Kenya a bill. You got Blue Cross and Blue Shield. I just want to know that she got Blue Cross and Blue Shield because she be up here. I got to get my medical billing on her.
So Kenya is she's new. She just found your channel, Kenya. Like, how did you come across Doc's channel?
We found her in the produce aisle at Safeway somewhere. She just popped up, and then now we can't get rid of her. She family now.
Yeah.
When you first come, right? We'll make you a plate. And then be like, oh, do you want anything? You want anything else? And she'd be like, yeah, well, cool. Get your ass up, go in the kitchen and get it. We're at that stage already. She is on make her own plate status.
Yes. I love that. I love that. Cool. Well, I'm going to go hopefully get a burger, and then I'll be live in about 40 minutes on my channel. We're going to talk about the video challenge. So if that's something you
All right.
guys are interested in,
I'm
and then whatever else you want to talk about, we'll be here.
I'm
Cool.
paying attention. I'm gonna book some flights and then get us a car. There you go.
Yeah.
Thank you guys. Love you much. Appreciate y'all. Pasta.